stay on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is. Run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hink Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Big Hink Sports. Like, comment, subscribe, kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hink call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hink, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Hink Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hink break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hink defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine a spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hink coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hink, bringing the proof. Hink Sports Review. Review. Yeah.
Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We back at it. We are back at it again, talking about these goddamn sports. And I'm glad to be here with you guys. And I hope you guys are glad to be here with your boy. I promise you. I am grateful to be back on this Monday. Didn't do nothing last Monday. Had the TBT going on, right? TBT going on. The La Family is what they call the Kentucky team here, which they end up winning that game, but they also end up beating Syracuse the other day. So right now they are actually in the running for the TBT finals. Right? They in the running for the $2 million. Shout out to my man, Fanboy Podcast. He said, I just subscribed to your channel. Real recognize real. I'm in East Oakland. I know it. Albany, Texas. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. That's what people from Houston, that's what they do. From Houston, that's what they do. Got some extended family. My bonus kids live in the state of Houston, Texas. So shout out to Texas. Shout out to you, brother, for subscribing, man. I appreciate you doing that. Hopefully you subscribe all of my channels. I also have a Hink's Collectible channel that I'm trying to really get going and ramped up. And that was for people who may be into collectibles like you see in my background right now. I got those. I collect Funko Pops. I ain't got none in here. But I also collect vinyl records, which is AKA albums. I'm an old school music guy. I got some CDs now. I ain't on the front line. I ain't got no cassettes. Yeah, I ain't got no cassettes. But I got CDs and some vinyl. My vinyl collection is bigger than my CD collection because I'm more of a vinyl guy, right? But I got that channel too as well. Matter of fact, let me do this. How about I do this? How about I drop that in the chat as well? I mean, that's the right thing to do, right? That's the right thing to do. So let me drop that too as well. So I need for everybody who's coming through, subscribe to my Hink's Collectible channel. It's a great channel. Like I said, talks about, I kind of touch on when I post my action figures and my Funko Pops of the week, and the albums of the week. I'll usually put the behind the scenes video and stories. So I usually post those for you guys so you guys can see that. So definitely make sure you do that. I collect sports cards. I got Ricky Hendricks rookie cards. Shout out to you, brother. You know, I used to be a big old football card collector. Let me tell you the story since it is sports radio, lady. I had my football cards in my apartment. I moved and I forgot them. I left them some bitches in the closet of my apartment. 2 days later, I tried to go back. He said he don't have them. He don't have anything. And they're gone. And I haven't seen them since. I hate that happened like that, but it's my reality. I haven't been collecting cards since then. But not because of that. I just fell out of it, the interest in it anymore. I mean, I just have. I mean, it was crazy. I had a whole book with just Chicago Bears players, right? I had all the Chicago players from for a long time. I started back in the late 80s, and I had those all the way up to about probably early 2000s is the last time I bought some cards, you know what I'm saying? And I had every player that they had a card of, a football card of. I had those players all the way up to that time point. So for almost like an 11-year time period, well, more than that. Was it about almost, was it 89, about 88, 89, all the way up to 2005. So about 20 years of just Chicago Bears period by themselves. That's not including any other players that I had, but I had a nice collection. I'm a big Walter Payton fan, guys. In case y'all don't know this, y'all see I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I had all his cards. I never got opportunity to purchase to rookie card during that time period because it just wasn't feasible during that time period. Now I could probably go get it and have it, but I don't. I just stopped collecting them. But I understand what you mean, man. Shout out to you. Let me drop this link so you guys can subscribe to my Hink's Collectibles. Like I said, I talk about Funko Pops. I talk about action figures like I have in my back. I listen to vinyl records, music. I partake in cigars. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. But yes, these are just some little twerks about me that I'm sharing right now. I don't know what got me to doing this, but that did. Just got me there. That it is what it is. But congratulations and thank you, like I said, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys over. If you can, do me a solid and hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but a little time and energy.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. John Woodside said, "Hi, great job. Keep it up." I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Hit that goddamn like button. Do me a favor. I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. My man, Average Man, shout out to when I said Houston, every brother comes calling. Shout out to my brother. Average Man, shout out to you, boy. It says, good Monday, brother Hink, man. Good Monday to you, brother. Hopefully all is well for everybody that's in the chat. But we got to get to it. Guys, look here. Training camp has been in full effect for most people on the 22nd. We're going to have football action August the 6th between the Arizona Cardinals / the Phoenix Cardinals / the old Chicago Cardinals / St. Louis Cardinals. There's a lot of names. But we got some action. The Carolina Panthers, who made the playoff, who won the NFC South last year. Shout out to the South. That's where I reside, in the South. My man said, I got family in Houston, Tyler, Texas. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. My man said, nice background, brother. You looks cool. I know that's right. Shout out to my action figures that I keep as a backdrop. I love these action figures. These are some of my favorite action figures. That's why they're in my background. I got to represent some of my fave. Now, the one I most recently have, I got. My wife bought me for my birthday. And it's, well, of course, it's on opposite for I told you. And that is that alien back there, right behind Deadpool and next to Daredevil. That is my most recent acquisition that I got. My wife bought it for me for my birthday, my 51st birthday, guys. I turned 51. Your boy's 51. I'm old. God damn. He said, what is your most expensive one? Well, when you say the most expensive, are you talking about how much I pay for it or what's the value? Which one is it? Now, if you're talking about what I pay for, let's see. Galactus. Galactus is the most. We totally all sports guys. I just want y'all to know this. Y'all guys, we have not mentioned hardly anything about a goddamn sport. Right now, we're focused on these goddamn collectibles. But nonetheless, it's okay. Galactus is probably the most costly. My second most costly is Chucky, right? And then we have to go with this other Galactus. Yes, I like Galactus. I got a lot of Galactus. That one back there. The next one after that, it's not up here. We will have to go downstairs to the basement, and it'll be a Funkos. I guess a Funko Pops. Now, I think he wants to know He said, you look young in your 20s or 30s, bro. You are damn fit. Well, I'm trying. And I appreciate the comment thinking I look 20s and 30s. Some days are long gone for me. Now, my son is 21. So, no, them days of being 20 and 30s are over. I wish. But the question, what's the worth? Okay. The worth on this Galactus is about 700. The Chuck is about 450. About 400 for this other Galactus. Now, that bus right there, well, yeah, that's probably has the most value out of all of this stuff up here. And now we're looking at about between 15 and 2,500. Depends on where you find it at. And if you got the papers, if you got the paperwork, well, you're looking at 3,500. So those are just some of you. I got some other things that work. I don't talk about them. We got some Star Wars. We got some, my wife's got some Barbies down there that has some value as well. We're not going to talk about them numbers. We don't want no issues. But please believe you me, they're worth it. You talk about Barbies from 1978, 1979, Star Wars figures from 1978 and 1979 when they first came out. You do the math. I'm not going to go into numbers. You do the math. I'm just saying, you do the math. And especially if you got those black Barbies. Now, think about the black Barbies. They didn't make a lot of those during that time because there wasn't a demand. There's a lot of the white Barbies, but there was a more of a demand because of the black Barbies are very limited. So my wife has some. We have some. Let me say that we have some because everything's we. It's us. It's all of us. So we have some. We have these Star Wars. We have Barbies. Yeah, we got all that. I'm not going to talk about the numbers, but I give you an idea. Okay, so like the Peach Barbie is one example of one. My wife will be in here. She'll probably start running off some other ones she got. I don't know them all, but we have a spreadsheet. Currently, my wife is still working on them as I do my show right now. She's getting the spreadsheet together. We have to update it. Right now, she's working on the Funko Pops. She has to update my Funko Pop list. So she's working on that. Y'all be patient with her. I got to be patient with her. But yet, we still need to get to this goddamn sports. I don't know how I got so far off, and I let my man Fanbo Podcast. Shame on you. Shame on you for taking us down this road. He said, my bad, brother. My bad. That's okay. I'm a forgiving type guy. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. My man, Champ. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout out to the brother for coming through. Hopefully he hit the like button. Like I need the rest of you guys.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
To push the goddamn button. With that being said, let's get ready to get into it. Guys, like I was saying before, training camp is here. Preseason is here. Carolina Panthers, Arizona will play in the Hall of Fame game August the 6th. I know y'all saying, oh man, that's just a preseason. I understand. But I need these preseason. Reason why I need preseason game, because I play fantasy football. And I need to know what's going on with these goddamn Arizona Cardinals. There's a lot of questions about the Arizona Cardinals, right? There's a lot of things that needs to be talked about as far as the Arizona Cardinals. One of the questions is, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals? Because right now, I mean, people could say, "Oh, is it going to be Jacoby Brissett? Is it going to be Gardner Minshew, or is it going to be this 38-year-old rookie Carson Beck, who used to play for Georgia and the University of Miami?" Now, I know, truth be told, Carson Beck is not 38 years old. He's probably more like 28. Carson Beck more like 28 years old. He's been around in college forever. So, who's going to be starting quarterback for them? Another question you got to have is, what are they going to do about Love? Is Love going to be the back that's going to be the carry the load? I believe, I don't know if that's true. Now, what I'm hearing is that they're about to cut ways with James Conner. You know, James Conner's a good player, good running back. Unfortunately, it's always something every year with James Conner, and he's always getting hurt. So you know what the saying is, best ability is availability. And if a man is not available because he's not healthy, he can't play, what are you supposed to do? Well, why do you think they draft Love with their fourth pick of the draft? They had to do something. We had to get some guys to run that route. But all the while, we really don't have a quarterback. You let Kyler Murray go. Kyler Murray's now with the Minnesota Vikings. Kyler Murray was trash to me. I need some people say, oh, well, he's good. No, he's not. They made a mistake and gave him a big contract, and now they regret it. Now they're trying to backtrack and realize they made a mistake. So what do? They get a stopgap like Jacoby Brissett or Gardner Minshew. They know Carson Beck is not the guy, but they needed a third quarterback just to have on the roster. And so they drafted his sorry ass. It is what it is. I don't think Arizona is going to be a factor as far as on the NFC West side. Nah. They're just a team that just so happens to be playing in the league that they're going to have to play against at least twice a year for everybody in the West. They look at them like a homecoming, right? You know how you look at your homecoming game. You look at your homecoming game like, oh, it's an easy game. It's an easy win right here. We playing Arizona. Oh, it's a dub. You playing your second or third strings. Matter of fact, guys on the freshman team, the JV teams getting in early. They in by halftime. You know how it was when you play them your homecoming game. You always schedule the easy person. You know, you want to be able to win the game, go to the dance, you know what I'm saying, or your prom, or not your prom, but your homecoming dance and all that. You want to have a good time. You want to be in good spirits. You don't want to play a team on your homecoming game like the Chicago Bears that's going to possibly beat the brakes off your ass. No. You get an Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to the Arizona Cardinals fan. I know y'all suffering in silence. Boy, y'all just mad. Y'all angry. Hey, only thing I can tell you, don't beat your kids or your wife or kick your dog because you're mad because your team sucks ass. You just got to accept it. You got to weather the storm. Like I did as a Bear fan, I had to weather the storm. I could take it out on my children. I could take it out on my pets. I could take it out on my wife. I had to weather the storm. And was there some jokes coming my way? Hell yeah. I had to hear the never-ending jokes of the Bears on that one. Ain't won since 86. Yeah, I had to hear all that. But you know what happened? I weathered through it. And now we made the playoffs. We won a division. Made it to the second round of the playoffs. Lost to the Rams, unfortunately. But that's okay. It happens. But we learn from our that experience. And I see great things on the rise for the Chicago Bears. Look, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears a little bit later. We're not going to talk about it right now. Right now, the prediction, win total 4.5. That's what Vegas says. 4.5 for Arizona. I wouldn't put a dime on it. I'm taking the under. I'm telling you right now, if that was me and I had a few extra coins, if I had a few extra coins, and if I was a gambling man like that, remember this is for entertainment purposes only. If I was that guy though, I'd take the under. That's what I would take. I would take the put them division games can get tricky. This is a fact. This is a fact. The division game can be tricky. But some teams, man, you just know. Ain't no snowball chance in hell. Let's keep going. Let's get on down to the Atlanta Falcons. Huh? The Dirty Birds. Doom, 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 doom. See, y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that Jermaine Dupri, that Ludacris. Y'all don't know about that Welcome to Atlanta. Huh? Y'all don't know about that remix. Let me stop. Look at right now. Atlanta won 8 games last year. And they were so fluctuated with the quarterback between Michael Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins. Well, lo and behold, Kirk Cousins is no longer with them. But Michael Penix Jr. is. But unfortunately, they picked up Tua Tagovailoa. Now, to me, he's a waste of goddamn pickup. I would have left his ass in the goddamn streets. Truth be told, let's be honest. Tua needs to retire. He had way too many concussions that's been documented and ones that had not been documented. He really needs to walk away from the game. When they talk about the CTE, they talk about how dangerous it is. Matter of fact, just the other day, somebody at the age of 38 passed away, and they try to contribute to CTE, and it's kind of hard not to. Now, the thing about the NFC South is wide open. Look, New Orleans had a chance to win it. Atlanta had a chance to win it. Tampa Bay should have ran away with it. But they allowed Carolina to come through and get it. Right now, Vegas has 7.5. I think with that schedule that Atlanta has, I think I'm going with the over. I think they will get the 8, maybe even 9. But that NFC South is up for bids. Anybody can win it. I know Carolina won it last year, and they probably are more likely the favorites to win it again. But it's really up for grabs. It really is. Let's go on. Let's keep it going. We're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens next. Now, my buddies, I got a few guys in here who are Baltimore Ravens fans, right? They are Lamar Jackson guys, right? But Lamar, if you're looking at NFL top 100, voted for by the players, they pushed Lamar down to like 67. He's below Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams 51. Lamar is 67. I think a lot of people starting to wake up and realize Lamar ain't getting it done like he's supposed to in the playoffs. He's not taking care of business as he should. Now, is that on him? I don't know. They fired Harbaugh. Of course, that's what Lamar wanted, right? They got a new offensive coordinator. So there's a lot of things and a lot of questions that really needs to be answered. He said, I'm from Russia. Well, welcome, my guy. Welcome, my Russian brother. Hopefully you hit that goddamn like button while you're here.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. Fanboy, I like what you thinking. I like what you say. I said the same thing. I said, let me tell you this. One of the best quarterbacks in the regular season is Lamar Jackson. But when it comes to that goddamn playoff, shit. He no better than Carson Beck. He ain't no better than any other of these ragged-ass, drag-tag quarterback. He don't show up. I'm watching Tannehill beat him in the playoff. A washed-up Phillip Rivers beat him in the playoffs. I mean, cats lining up in the playoffs to play Lamar because he know he ain't going to show up. He know he's not going to live up to his potential. So again, who's to blame? Well, I got to look at the guy who's ahead. Now they let the coach go. So Lamar, if you don't get it done this year, who you gonna blame this time? Are you gonna look at that man and shout out to Michael Jackson? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way. Is that what we gonna do? We gonna look at the man in the mirror, gonna evaluate them? Probably not. He gonna find somebody else to blame this bullshit on. Oh shit, I don't know. I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. Come on, man. Leadership's you gotta own up to it, man. You got to own up to it. He said, we watched Sam Darnold with the Seattle Seahawks, who was just in the same draft class as Lamar Jackson. God damn. That's crazy work. But as far as Lamar, there's a lot of things that's going to have to be answered. First thing first, best ability is availability. Lamar's got to stay healthy. We know every year Lamar's missing about 2 to 3 games for some nagging injury. You know, Lamar's going to have to also hand that ball up to Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry's getting a little long in the tooth. He's getting a little old. He's ancient in NFL years. But you're going to have to make some type of decisions. Lamar's got some, Flowers is an okay receiver. You know, he still got his tight end with Mark Andrews. What we going to do about it? He added some defensive line help with Trey Hendricks. They had Matt Crosby. Crosby didn't, I guess, supposedly fail the test, the physical. Didn't want him. He was bad. He was bad luggage. They shipped him back. Took Trey Hendricks. No, I think what it was that people criticized him. They got on him for making that bad deal, giving up 2 first-round picks. I think that's what it was. And they realized it. So they said, well, we're going to go and fail him as far as the physical so we can get our goddamn picks back and we can send this bum knee dude on back to the Raiders. The Raiders. I think that's what it was. I don't know. But I'm going to say this right now. They're picked to win 11.5, which is 11.5 games. Can they do it? Yeah, they probably can. Let me say this. The AFC North is wide open. And Baltimore really should be taking it over, truth be told, but they're not. They're not seizing the moment like they should. I mean, you got Cleveland's down, Pittsburgh down, because Pittsburgh don't know who they're going to be the quarterback. They just, I don't know. They just pray and hope something lands with one of these goddamn bums, and you hoping Aaron Rodgers is going to guide you to the promised land. That man is old as me. We same age. Not really, but it seems like it. So Baltimore, what are you going to do? Your only real competition will probably be the Cincinnati Bengals. And we know how the Bengals are. They hit and miss. We know Joe Burrows can't stay healthy himself. What are you going to do? You going to step it up and take over the division again, or are you going to just fall by the wayside? Who knows? We'll see. Let's keep it going. We got the Buffalo Bills. Now, Buffalo Bills got a lot of potential. But they also let their coach go. Sean McDermott was no longer there. Joe Brady, who was offensive coordinator back in the days, is now his successor. They added DJ Moore to upgrade their receiver core. Is that going to be enough to help Josh Allen? He still got Kincaid, great tight end. Right now, they're picked to 10.5. Is Josh Allen going to get them over the hump and get them boys to the Super Bowl? I don't know. We'll have to see. Carolina Panthers. Look, Carolina did some great things last year. Should have beat the Los Angeles Rams, truth be told. They had them boys on the ropes. They just couldn't get it done. Bryce Young got another year up under his belt. He's under the prove-it year. They made some changes. Chuba Herbert still there. My man Downs is gone. I think he's with Pittsburgh now. Rico Dowell. They got some young wide receivers that they're really trying to develop. They got a pretty decent defense that's going to be coming to play every week. I might have to partake in a game. My son will be going to school down in that area, in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. North Carolina. Take your shirt off, raise your towel just like a. You gotta wave your towel. That's what old Petey Pablo did. Remember, yeah, boy, y'all don't know about no Petey. That's what he did. Waved the towel. That's what Petey said. Petey Pablo. Let me stay focused. And then you got these goddamn Dallas fans. He said them Cowboys in Cali, baby. Look at it. Look at this propaganda. Look at this bullshit right here. This is what these Cowboy fans. They delusional. I ain't seen this man all last year. I'm just glad to know he's still alive. Shout out to Detail. He said 12-5 Cowboys NFC championship. Well, we know that ain't gonna happen because the Bears are gonna be there. So we know that's not gonna be the case. So we're gonna try to give him a little sympathy because he lost his goddamn mind. Yeah, he lost his goddamn mind. We're gonna pray for the brother. Brother need prayer. Carolina gonna be tough. I mean, right now they still my favorites. That's for the NFC South. So I'm gonna take the over. 7.5 is what it is. I'm gonna take the over on that. Now we got to get to the greatest team in NFL history. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, y'all don't know? Well, shit. Y'all don't know who the greatest team in NFL history? Y'all don't know who that is? Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. Y'all know what that means? Huh? Y'all know what? Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said the Texans. Nothing against average man, but I'm the average man. I think you've been lacing them stogies. Shame on you. Put a little extra something in them stogies. It's the Bears. The Chicago Bears. Boy, y'all better get to know us. Let me say this. The Chicago Bears have made some great moves. You got another year of experience for my man Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson going into his second season. Caleb into his third season, 2 under Ben Johnson. We have a lot of opportunities and experience some of these guys got. Dennis Allen is going to have a better and a second-year opportunity coaching his defense up. Added some couple defensive players in Kobe Bryant and Bush and Devin Bush. So I like what's becoming of my team. When in draft, we drafted for some depth. Not just necessarily starters, but for some depth. And when you get to that point, you know you coming along. Right now, they got us at 9.5. I'm taking the over. 13-4 is what my prediction was for the Chicago Bears. 13-4. If you got some money and you're willing to put a little change on the line, take Chicago in the over. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Somebody said under. Under all day. This is some goddamn God, y'all so goddamn disrespectful. This is some bullshit. This is disrespectful. How y'all gonna be so goddamn disrespectful? Talk about the under. D-Town. T-Town been drinking. Y'all look here. D-Town has been sipping on that scissor. Something in that water in Dallas right now. Something going on in Dallas. See, they had a lot of flood and rain, so it's not their usual water they probably drinking. He drinking that old swamp dirty water. So now it's messing with his head. That's why he talking like this. Talking about the Cowboys going to win the NFC Championship, and then my team on the other. Ain't that the Pits? We know better than that. But we're not going to let him stop us. We're going to keep flowing. With that being said, let's get back down to the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals got a good team. They signed a defensive tackle. They didn't sign him. They got him in the trade. Dexter Lawrence. You know, they still have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. A hell of a combination. Joe Burrow's there, and if he's healthy, they got a good team. I still think they also need help on the defensive line. But they're in a division that's up for grabs. Right now, their win total is 9.5. I think they will go over. I think they'll probably hit right at 10. So if you pick over, you're going to just barely win it. But that's okay. You won. That's all that matters. Let's keep going. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cleveland Browns is an interesting team to me. Right? Cleveland Browns has some quarterback situations that they need to resolve. And the reason why they need to resolve is because they have a lot of quarterbacks. Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson. They're going to have to make a decision. Now, who should start? Probably the Sanders. But being that Deshaun Watson is getting paid that big check, it's hard to sit him. It's hard to make him your backup. So when you're paying a guy that much, he has to be your starter. Now, should he be? Well, that's a different question. They got some decisions to make. And unfortunately, nobody's going to take that Deshaun salary. Nobody. Nobody's going to eat that salary. And then, you trade Myles Garrett to the Rams for Jared Verse. Now, that's not even fair trade, not with a Hall of Famer like Myles Garrett. But you had to do something because you got a lot of bad salary caps. I mean, you got a lot of salary cap issues, and you got a lot of heavy salaries on your books that they can't really afford to deal with. And one way was to trade him off, and that's what they did with Myles Garrett. Now, they got a haul. They did get a haul for him. And I think if the Rams don't win the Super Bowl, I think Cleveland won that trade. That's just my opinion. Right now, they're picked 5.5. Damn. I want to say over, man. I want to say they could win 6 to 7 games. That's crazy. But that's just my prediction. So I would take the over. I'm gonna take the over. Let's get the D-Towns team since you want to talk about goddamn gone Dallas so goddamn bad. Dallas ain't shit. Let me say it right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Dallas ain't shit. But we're gonna talk about it. With that being said, let's get to it. Dallas predicted to peak 8.5, 8.5. I don't see what's all the fuss about. They don't have really nothing that they really added on to. They got some contracts that they're gonna have to work out in the next few years. Pickens, what are they gonna do with him? Still got Lamb, and Dak's gonna be coming up for another contract. What are you gonna do? You can't put all your money on offense, especially when they need a lot of defensive help. Can the Cowboys challenge the Philadelphia Eagles for the Eastern title? I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going on. Keep talking about them scrubs. With the Denver Broncos. And for those who don't know, Denver Broncos made it to the AFC Championship game. Unfortunately, their quarterback got hurt and wasn't able to compete. But Sean Payton's back. Great coach. Bo Nix is a viable quarterback. Should be fully healthy by the time the season starts. They made some changes as far as their tailback. They got a heavy tailback room. So Harvey and then what's my man used to play for Ohio State? Jesus Christ, I can't think the dude's name. That hurt all the time. Jesus Christ, I can't think of his name. They added J.D. Waddle. They still got a Stanton as a great quarterback. The defense is going to be tough, like it was last year. Broncos got a chance, man. I mean, I don't know who's going to be the team in the West with Denver, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and then the Raiders. 9.5, I think they will go over with that. Let's keep going. Then we got the Detroit Lions. We got the Detroit Lions, guys. Right now, they are 10.5. And they probably picked to win the NFC North. But I think the Chicago Bears are going to repeat, so it doesn't matter what they think. 10.5, I think they'll get that 10.5. I think they will. I mean, Terrion Arnold's is dealing with felony kidnapping and robbery charges. So, you got your big defensive player who got released due to his off-the-field extracurricular decisions. And not the best. But I still think they'll win 11 games. That's just my prediction. We could talk about Green Bay. I really, it's FGB here all day, every day. Michael Parsons still dealing with injuries. Jordan Love is hit and miss. He's below. Parsons, trying to rehab his ACL. They did sign Christian Watson. Bad decision. Matt LaFleur still has a job. I don't know why. They projected to win 10.5. I think that's a push. And that's what we're going to go with. With that being said, let's keep going. Houston, Texas. My man, Average Man's team. Texas has got a great defense. D'Amico Ryan is a great coach. My only drawback with the Texans is C.J. Stroud. They built up their locker room with Dave. The running back locker room with Dave Montgomery. I thought that was a good pickup for him. They do have the receivers. But is CJ Stroud going to be the man that he needs to be for this team? That's my only question mark. Now look at this bullshit. Well, see the propaganda just be coming through. I can't keep allowing this propaganda to be coming. 13-4. Average man said the Texans gonna go the same record as the Chicago Bears. I don't believe that be the case. But you know, who am I to tell this brother what to think? He gonna think what he wanna think. Quinn come through and said, "What's up, Hink? I noticed you got this ugly ass Minnesota Viking icon on her. This avatar is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous." My man said, "I'm starting me a channel. Any advice?" My advice to you, Quinn, invest as much time as you can, but as long as it doesn't take away from your family. That's my advice to you. If you notice your channel is taken away from you spending quality time with your wife and the kids, you might want to scale back. That'd be my best advice to you. If you notice, I don't be on a lot of channels like I used to be. I mainly just pretty much do my show and my show only because I want to make sure there's some time to be spent in other areas of my life. So my advice to you would be to have fun with it, you know, be focused, be locked in. But if it gets to the point where if it's taking away time from, you know, too much time from the wife and the kids, you got to reevaluate some shit. You're going to have to reevaluate some shit. That'd be my advice to you, brother. But with that being said, go out here and get that. Do your best. Be the best version of yourself, my brother. Be the best version of yourself. Let's keep going because we about to talk about this goddamn Indianapolis Colts. Now, Indianapolis started off hot last year, 8-2. But went on a slide and did not do well. Chandler Jones went down with a torn Achilles, and I still think he's going to be out for a part of the season anyway. I don't know if Anthony Richardson's still there. If he is, they probably need to go and get rid of his sorry ass. I know Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs, excuse me, in the NFL, is still running that, toting that rock. So they still have that. Their defense is okay. So it will be interesting. They got 8.5. I'm going to say under. Let's keep going. Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, right? They're picked to be 9.5. I think they'll go over. Lehman Cohen is still the coach there. Trevor Lawrence is still the quarterback there. They still have a good defense, so I think that's going to carry up on a lot of games. I don't have faith in Trevor Lawrence. There's really not a lot to say about them other than the defense is good. And that's about it. That's about it. Let's get on to Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this Kansas thing is going to be kind of tricky. Because they may have to start the season off with Justin Fields, my old quarterback from the Chicago Bears. They signed Kenneth Walker, former MVP of the Super Bowl for the Seattle team last season. They signed him. Pacheco is no longer there. He's moved on. Matter of fact, I think he's at Detroit now that I think about it. Patrick, my homeboy, is coming off a torn ACL in December. Travis Kelce, old man Travis Kelce is still there. They got a nice receiving core now, but a lot of them are still unproven. Is Rice going to be able to maintain his ability to stay on the court and stay healthy, and not only that, but stay out of trouble? But that's the question. That AFC West is going to be a challenge because you got a few good teams other than the Raiders. I just know I got to do this guy. He's a Raiders fan. But, man, y'all not looking good right now. Y'all got a lot of questions, and we're going to get to y'all next. But it's got 10.5. I'm going to say under on that. Truth be told, I'm going to say under. They probably win about 9 to 10 games, but 10.5. That half was throwing me off. So I'm going to go with the under for the Chiefs. Let's go with the Las Vegas Raiders, not the Los Angeles, not the Oakland. The Las Vegas Raiders. And, of course, they got their rookie. Their rookie quarterback from the University of Indiana. Signed him. He's under contract. They do have Ashton Gentry. Max Crosby is back. Bronk Bauer is still there. So they got a few weapons, but they got a lot. They got a long way to go. They got a long way to go. And if right now it's 5.5, I will say under. That's my prediction. Now, whether you like it or not, that's not got nothing to do with me. I'm just giving you my prediction. Just giving you my prediction. Let's keep going. You got the Los Angeles Chargers. That's San Diego used to be the San Diego Superchargers, huh? San Diego Superchargers. They no longer that no more. They the Los Angeles Chargers. You got Jim Harbaugh as a coach. You had a Mike McDaniel is the offensive coordinator. You got Chris O'Leary, who used to be the defense coordinator under the college level at Western Michigan. You have Justin Herbert's going to be your quarterback. You got Amari Hampton as your running back. You got a couple of young receivers in Johnston and McKeely. I think McKinney. I can't think of the dude's name. Unfortunately, I had him in my fantasy football last year, and he did nothing for me. But that's who you got. 9.5. I think they'll make that. They'll get about 10 wins. I can see that. Let's keep it going to the other Los Angeles team, the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams. I'm not going to go through all these other teams, man. I'm not going to. I just want to come through some vital ones that's going to really have an opportunity. I'm not going to go through the Dolphins. They suck. I'm not going to the Minnesota Vikings. They suck. The Giants suck. The Jets suck. God damn. Yeah, the Tennessee Titans, the Washington Commanders. We're not going to go through them bullshit-ass teams. There's a couple of teams we're going to go through. Let's get back to the Los Angeles Rams. They address their quarterback situation with Trent Duffy and Jalen Watson. Rams picked up Myles Garrett. Convinced Matt Stafford to come back for one more season. The 38-year-old quarterback is going to be the second oldest quarterback in the NFL next to Aaron Rodgers. Should be an interesting year. They're picked to win 11.5. I will take the over on that. I can't see them back in the NFC Championship game again. We'll see. Let's keep going. Let's go down here to the New England and Patriots. After going to the Super Bowl last year, are they going to have a hangover? Is Drake Mays going to be able to continue to build off of what he's already built out of his second year? With the addition of A.J. Brown and Romeo Doubs that they signed from the Green Bay Packers and a free agent. Will this give the ammunition that Drake Mays need in order to get over? 9.5 is what they projected. I say over on that situation. We're not going to talk about the Giants. We're not going to talk about the Jets. We're not going to talk about Pittsburgh, but we will talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now, of course, we all know that the Eagles' offense went to a major change. They lost A.J. Brown. They did draft a wide receiver, rookie out of USC. The guy who's Lemon, I think his name is. A lot of the pieces back. They're going to have to make some decisions as far as their defense. I think they just extended Davis's contract. What are they going to do with Jalen Carter? When does the fantasy league start? Well, the fantasy league starts when the NFL starts. Hopefully you will have all your drafts done prior to. I think my last draft was be on September the 8th. Is the last draft that I have. My first draft is on the 16th of August. Most of my drafts is online. I got 2 in-person draft. I will be streaming my fantasy football drafts for you guys to see so we can see how I think and how I draft and operate. So I want you guys to be a part of that. I will be streaming it on all my sports channels. So be looking out for that. But let's finish this up. You know, Jalen Hurts on the hot seat. They're on his neck right now. Can he get it done? Right now it's 10.5. I get the over with that. Now let's get down here with 2 teams that we're going to definitely need to talk about. And that's the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Bang, bang, Niner game. 49ers stuffed a rash of injuries last year. Still won 12 games somehow, some way. How that happened, I don't know. But they playing in a tough division. Kyle Shanahan's going to have his hands full because you still got the Super Bowl champs and the Seattle team. Still got the Rams going to be in there playing for something. And of course, the 49ers, they still going to be doing what they do. It's 10.5. I think they will barely make it over. They will over, but barely. I got them for 11. Let's keep going with the last, but certainly not least, and that's the Mike McDonald's Seattle Seahawks. Had one of the top-notch defenses in the NFL last year. You know, they have the departure of Kubiak, who is now with the Raiders. Sam Darnold's still there. Can he continue the miracles that he put out there? Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jackson Smith Njigwa. Can he help keep that passing game going? What are they going to do with the running back situation now that Kenneth Walker is no longer available? They did lose some key pieces in Kobe Bryant to the defense. So the Seattle Seahawks got a lot of questions and answers. Right now they're 10.5. I think they'll get it. They good for 11. That's if you're a gambler, man. And if you ain't a gambler, man, don't even touch it. That's just my opinion. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. That's what I need from you guys. Push the goddamn button. Got a whole lot going on. A whole lot going on with these training camps. A whole lot going on with these teams out here. I know it's not fantasy football season just yet, but it's right around the corner. Right? It's right around the corner, and we definitely got to make sure we talk about it. Hold on. Yeah, I needed a second. August the 17th. For you guys who love fantasy football, August the 17th, we will be talking fantasy football. So for you fantasy football junkies like myself, we're going to have my man Chris Allen, special guest we normally have every season from Yahoo Sports, is going to be here, and me and him going to break it down and talk about some fantasy football. I'm going to try my best to help you guys win a fantasy championship, to get you a few coins in your pockets, a few extra dollars, so when Christmas time and Santa comes through, you're going to be able to get the best gift you can for your lady, your wife, and your kids, huh? You're going to be able to buy the first round of beers for the New Year's. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. I'm here for you. Just like y'all here for me, I'm here for you guys. And so with that being said, we are going to talk about some fantasy football, and we're going to break it down and all of that good stuff. So, guys, I need for you to be here. Make sure you in full attention mode, fully attended, mouth closed, ears open, ready to listen and get this knowledge of fantasy football, because we definitely going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Looking forward to having that conversation with Chris, like I am every season. We always get up, chop it up. It's always going to be fun. Shout out to my man Chris for volunteering his time, for coming through. He's always doing a great job when he comes through. He's usually well versed in knowledge amongst in the fantasy football world, and I am so blessed to have him on my show, and I can't wait till that happens. Another thing is college football season is right around the corner, guys. College football season is right around the corner, and we got to talk about some college football as well. This time of season, my season, man. This is my time. It's my bread and butter, baby. This is my bread and butter. This is when the light comes on. I'm giddy. I'm happy. I can't wait, because I know we got live football in only a matter of time. Guys, there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings coming up. I'm going to have to send out a lot of hurt feelings reports. You know why I say that? Because some guys, y'all teams are sucks. I'm going to be honest. If you're a Minnesota Viking team, you're a fan of the Minnesota Vikings, your team sucks. If you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, your team sucks. I'm sorry to hurt you. I know it hurts. Because you know why it hurts? Because it's the truth. You know why it's the truth? Because your team ain't shown shit for the past couple of years. And they not going to do anything any different. And you guys say, well, Hink, you cheer for the Bears. Y'all just won last. You're correct. But see, this is how we're going to continue to build and work on consistency. This is how we do it. We're going to work on that consistency. We're going to get better and better every season. And that's what it's all about, getting better. And I can't wait. When them games go live, you're going to come in on Monday. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. We're going to come in on Monday. We're going to talk about what happened over the past weekend, who won, who lost. We're going to hear a bunch of excuses by a lot of these guys from the team on why the team wasn't good enough to win, how the refs cheated them, how there's a conspiracy against my team. We're going to hear all the goddamn bullshit. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm sure going to be some few guys that's going to want to challenge me, by willing to put their Cash App or their PayPal up on the line. And your boy going to be willing to take the coins. You know why? Because that's the type of guy I am. If you want to give it away, I'm going to take it. I'm willing to take your little money if that's what you want to do. You won't give your money away, I'll be willing to accept it. I'll write your receipt so you could write it off on your taxes if you need to. Guys, if you guys decide y'all want to donate, you hit that super chat. You also see my Cash App on it. But if you look up in the corner, that is my PayPal. Hit that QR code. Help people out. Donate to the channel. But guys, one thing I ask for that's never costing you a dime, just a little time, that's that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. I appreciate every last one of you. I promise you I do. But guys, NFL, August 6th, preseason. That's the first game. We probably won't see a lot of starts because I don't know if y'all know they moved down to I think they play 3 games now. So, of course, you probably going to get the starters playing in one game. Probably game 2. No, normally game 1 they don't play, but game 2 they play. And they'll probably play about a quarter, maybe a quarter and a half. Some of them play up to halftime. Just to see what, make sure everything's everything. Of course, these rookies probably play a little bit longer because they got a lot more to prove. Excuse me. But I'm really looking forward to some of these teams I need to watch play. I want to see how Love does for the Arizona Cardinals. I want to see how that goes. I want to see what they're going to do with this Cleveland quarterback situation. That's going to be an interesting dynamic. Travis Hunter coming back off his injury. Are they still going to play him on both sides of the football? I think that's going to be definitely an interesting dynamic. I know Kirk Cousins is down with the Raiders. Are they going to start Kirk Cousins off and then bring in my man, Mendoza. That'll be interesting. Malik Willis. What's going to become of Malik Willis playing with the Dolphins? Is he going to get his big break at playing quarterback? So that should be interesting. Of course, we know with the A.J. Brown and Romeo Dobbs and Drake Mays trifecta, how that's going to turn out. Mike McCarthy back in the NFL again, coaching Aaron Rodgers. How is that match made in heaven going to go? 42-year-old quarterback Aaron Rodgers, does he still have it? I don't know. Is Cam Ward going to better turn the page? We'll have to see. There's a lot of questions that's really going to have to be answered. One of them is with Kevin Stefanski, I think, which is a good coach. I don't know. Cleveland, I think, made a mistake with him. He's got Penix and, of course, Tua to work with. That'll be an interesting dynamic. Is Jonathan Brooks ever going to get the opportunity to be the R&B one? Or Chuba Hubbard going to continue to try to take it over? Who knows? Can my man LB3, a.k.a. Luther Burton III, be the number one receiver now that DJ Moore's gone? Who knows? Who knows? John Harbaugh. Is he going to have that at fire in his belly to prove everybody, all the doubters, wrong about him and thinking he's washed? Is he going to be able to turn the Giants around with Jackson Dart? With a dual Carter and what's my man, the running back's name that just came off injury? What's his name? Cam Scalabru. Who knows? Now, Mike Evans is now with the 49ers. Is that going to help Purdy with his offense? That's definitely going to be interesting. So there's quite a few questions a lot of these teams are going to have to answer, especially over this preseason. I'm so looking forward to this. See how the Bears really build off their success of what happened last season going into this season. I think that's going to be very interesting. Can Ben Johnson get us over the hump? Can Ben Johnson get us back to the promised land? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the Super Bowl. Can Ben Johnson do that for us? I guess we're going to have to see. But guys, with that being said, I need for y'all to do me a favor, hit that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
If you're going to watch this on replay, hit that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
If you're watching it live and you ain't hit the like button yet, what the hell are you waiting on? Hit that goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Guys, with that being said, I appreciate every last one of you beautiful people who are here tonight. I promise you I do. With that being said, I will catch you on the next one, right?